Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? It's so easy with Anchor.
Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use.
And now, Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what we're doing right now by reading this ad. We struggled to find the right way to distribute our podcast, and Anchor made it quick, easy, and free. We're on platforms we had never heard of, and that's all thanks to Anchor doing the hard work.
So, if you have been thinking about starting your own podcast, head on over to anchor.fm/start. That's anchor.fm/start.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Spilling the Mad Tea. I'm Stephanie here with Rachel, Kelly, and Katie. Rachel, you ready to share another listener email with us?
Yay! Our second email.
Yes. You're officially part of our top 5 favorite emails ever.
Okay, here we are. So this email is from one of our listeners, Jessie. She's very loyal to the podcast. It says, "Hi girls, love the podcast. Thoughts on this episode, which was the Future of Disney Parks episode that we released recently." She says that she would love an ancient Greece area with a Hercules theme, but she's unsure of either putting it in Epcot or Magic Kingdom.
Fair.
She said, "I love the authenticity and not overly charactered out theming of the World Showcase," so she's leaning more towards Magic Kingdom.
I can see that.
Same with Norway. She would like to have that stay the same, maybe with an Anna and Elsa meet and greet, and have the frozen area much like the Tangled area in Magic Kingdom.
I think the reason I'd be like totally on board with Hercules being in Epcot is because he's like a real Greek mythology character.
Mm-hmm.
Like he belongs to Greek culture. Like unlike Anna and Elsa, who don't belong to Norse culture. Yeah, like Hercules would totally fit. I could totally see a Greece pavilion in World Showcase.
That'd be pretty snazzy. You could do so much with the Greece pavilion. Great idea.
Dear Disney. She says she would love to see more Pixar things integrated and would certainly love a Toontown type walkthrough of the Up House.
That'd be really cute too.
Yeah. In this Instagram culture, it would be a surefire hit, and her kids are huge Incredible fans. She also wants It's a Small World gift shop or a Mary Blair gift shop in general.
I totally want like an Imagineer focused gift shop or attraction. Yeah, like having the like original kind of Imagineers being brought to the focus of the Disney parks would be amazing. I think that'd be so cool.
That would be really cool. And I think there's a place for it. Like I think they've got like really loyal Disney fans who like learning about the history and like appreciate the history. That I think there would be a place for that. Yeah.
And then she said that her biggest wish is a villains area, big, majorly immersive and interactive world. And so there was the email.
Thanks, Jessie.
Yeah, thank you so much for writing in, Jessie. We loved hearing all your ideas. But I could definitely also get on board with a villains-themed area. Until then, we might just have to settle for what we're spilling the tea on today, which is one of my favorite things at Walt Disney World, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Yes!
This is also one of my favorite things to do, like ever about Walt Disney World. I kind of hate that it's getting to be so expensive, but it's almost worth it in my mind because I just love it so much. My little creepy heart just loves it.
As of starting in mid-August, Magic Kingdom hosts Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. And like Kelly said, it is getting very expensive. The tickets can range per adult from $79 to $145, depending on what day you go. The party takes place up to 4 nights a week. And for that ticket price, you get admission from 4 p.m. to midnight, even though the party only takes place from 7 p.m. to midnight. With that $79 or $145 ticket, you can come into the park at 4 p.m. and start having fun. New this year, they also have a season pass that you can buy, which is really cool if you live in the area or want to go more than once. For $299, you could get a Not So Scary Halloween Party Pass, which I'm like devastated I don't live closer and can't go. If you go like 3 times, it pays for itself.
So true.
I think they were taking to heart the complaints of the price just going up and up and up and up.
Because I remember on our college program paying $40 to go. I mean, of course, that was with a cast discount, but still, $40 to go was right in that sweet spot where it was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'm definitely going to go do this. So as soon as you go through the turnstiles with your special ticket for Mickey's Not So Scary, you're going to be given a wristband that you'll have to show for each ride and for the treat centers, so that they know that you have a ticket to Not So Scary. And we're going to start off on Main Street, which is the first land you'll come through when you go through the turnstiles.
At Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, they have special offerings that you cannot experience in Magic Kingdom any other time of the year. So one of the things that you can start getting involved in right when you come onto Main Street is you can head over to Sorcerers of blah, blah, blah. You can head to Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom where they have event exclusive spell cards.
I did not know about this. And now I need to go to Not So Scary and get my event exclusive spell cards.
I don't even care what they are,
Uh-uh.
but I feel like you need them. And if you're paying that admission price, I feel like you should go get them because like they're included with your ticket.
Mhm.
Free souvenir. I mean, not free, but included souvenir. Go get your spell cards. And then further down Main Street, you will also probably come upon, because there are 3 appearances each evening, the Hocus Pocus Villain Spectacular.
Yes.
Oh,
It's on the
yes.
castle forecourt stage. And I feel like this is a must-see of the party.
For sure.
Like must-see.
Definitely.
If
Oh, yeah.
you love Hocus Pocus or any villain, because the majority of them make an appearance throughout the show, it's sick. They've got like your favorite songs from Hocus Pocus, and Dr. Facilier has like a whole moment, which is awesome because I think he's probably one of my favorite villains, if not my favorite.
Same.
And it's so good.
The Queen of Hearts comes out like a badass bitch.
Because she is.
Yeah, I feel like there's been like this resurgence of love for Hocus Pocus in the past 5 or 6 years, and Disney's seen that and they've responded to it, and they're like, yeah, we'll just throw some Hocus Pocus all up in this Not So Scary party.
Mhm.
Which is super smart.
Yeah.
It's just really fun. And then another thing going on in that area is new this year in 2019. It's Disney's Not So Spooky Spectacular. There's like so much more projection mapping in this show. And it's like it's on par with all of the other castle shows now. And it's really, really fun. I love that. And at one point they turn the castle into a haunted house. And it is so cute. It's just so fun. Okay, so that performance only happens once an evening, so you don't want to miss that if you're a fan of Magic Kingdom Nighttime Spectaculars.
So for me, character meet and greets and the opportunities for pictures and photo pass that you can only get here is the biggest draw of the party. I like to meet characters, and they provide a lot of special characters that you can only meet here, and a lot of really cool like magic shots that you can only get at this party. And in this day and age, with everybody like needing a picture to prove that they were at this place or had a good time here, like I think it's such a huge bonus of this ticket. But you do have to spend your time wisely because there's almost too many characters to meet. So let's start at Town Square Theater. You can meet Mickey Mouse as normal, but he does have a very cute Halloween costume on, similar to the orange and green costumes the cast members have on at the party. You can meet Jack and Sally, who, if you're at Disney World, that's the only time you're ever going to meet them. They don't come out like they do in Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
You got to meet them at the party. Well, we've also had some really awesome magic shots that we've taken at these parties. We dressed up as the Sanderson Sisters one year, Rachel, Kelly, and myself. And they have a really cool magic shot where you're in front of like a bubbling cauldron on Main
That
Street.
was perfect.
And you've got the castle behind you. It was the perfect shot. Like the whole party, all the costume preparation, all of that was worth it for that iconic shot. But you can also get pictures with the Headless Horseman. There are things that they'll have you hold, like a flaming jack-o'-lantern. So if you're someone who likes pictures and who needs pictures for their vacations, this is a huge bonus to these tickets, and especially to that pass, where you can go multiple times and spend one whole party getting every character meet and greet and every picture you could possibly want, because it will take you a whole party to get them all. So you can get some really awesome snacks at this party too that you can get nowhere else. And for a food junkie like me, that's my heaven. Like, I will not eat all day and then go to this party.
Yeah, like Katie said, you can only get special, different special treats at the party. They have a couple of different places on Main Street that serve these. Main Street Bakery is one, and they have the Amok cupcake, which is super cute.
And like, I'm sure it's just a freaking cupcake, but because they named it Amok, like I have to eat
but
it.
Look, this is that one that I'm like definitely going to share the description of because it's like really important. The description is a trick-or-treat candy cupcake with peanut butter chips, chocolate candy bits, toffee filled with caramel sauce, iced with chocolate buttercream, and topped with a cake cauldron and a Sanderson Sister chocolate decoration.
You shut your mouth.
Holy shit, dude.
But it's super cute. It looks amazing. Honestly, the cupcake itself kind of looks like a funfetti cupcake, not gonna lie. But anyway, and they're also serving at Main Street Bakery. They are also serving a Halloween cinnamon roll, which is just it's a Mickey shaped cinnamon roll with some orange like drizzle on top of it. I'm assuming it's like orange icing. And it has like a chocolate spider web on top.
I love me a good cinnamon roll.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. But anyways, then we can jump across the street to Casey's. And even though you don't like their hot dogs, they have treats. They have treats there. They are serving a Donald brownie, which is just a brownie, and it has like a picture of Donald, like a chocolate piece of Donald in his little pumpkin Halloween costume.
Adorable.
And then they also have special beverages. This drink is called Now Begin Thy Magic Spell. It says it is a cherry slushy, passion fruit syrup, blue curacao syrup, Sprite, and lemonade garnished with a white chocolate dipped apple slice. It sounds good. One more area where you can get some of the treats. They have the snack carts near Cinderella's castle. They have Jack and Sally push pops.
Oh, how cute.
And it's not ice cream, it's cake.
Or like cake pops?
Yeah, they're like cake pops, but they're in like, they look like a push pop. Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. So Jack has chocolate cake, vanilla buttercream, and then they have the white and chocolate little crisp pearls in it. And they have a little Jack on the top, and Sally's the same, just hers is strawberry. Yeah, super cute. And then they also have a trick-or-treating spot around the corner from Tony's where you can trick or treat. There are also allergy-friendly trick-or-treat areas, and if you have the food allergy, you can see a cast member and you can get a special colored bag.
So inclusive.
And you'll receive teal tokens at each trick-or-treat location, which can be redeemed at allergy-friendly centers for special treats on Main Street and at Liberty Square.
Yeah, so if you're worried about like peanut allergies or any kind of allergies, you don't have to miss out on the trick-or-treating fun.
Super fun. Kelly can tell us about some of the fun merchandise that they have available at the party.
Yeah, so when you buy that popcorn from the different food stands, you can also get these collectible popcorn buckets and sippers that will be coming soon. There will be an Oogie Boogie popcorn bucket and a Jack Skellington sipper that are coming a little bit later in the season. At Curtain Call Collectibles, which is near the Town Square Theater, I feel like that's a merch shop that gets passed over quite a bit. But there they have the event logo trading pins and select merchandise there. And then if you go over to the Emporium, which everybody knows where the Emporium is, they have the entire Not So Scary merch collection there. There's a Sanderson Sisters spirit jersey, which I feel like is going to be very, very popular.
I want it so much.
Yeah, and you can also find pass holder exclusive merch there. There's a unisex tee and a limited release pin. The entire kind of theme for the merch for Not So Scary kind of follows a vampire, Mickey, and a witch Minnie. So you'll see that on a lot of the merchandise this year. And then if you go across the street from the Emporium to Uptown Jewelers, which is on the right-hand side of Main Street, kind of towards the middle of that area, you can get some logo trading pins and the the Alex and Ani bracelets. They have those there that are going to be Not So Scary exclusives. And then they have free range glow carts and balloons that are kind of just all over Main Street that you can check out.
I love how much merchandise they've been making for this specific occasion.
Mm-hmm. I think something Disney does really well is sell tangible memories. And so selling all of this Not So Scary merch, yeah, that was one party that you went to for 6 hours of your life one time. But they add all this extra stuff, all this special stuff, and you can take that home with you. And then anytime you wear that shirt or you use that whatever, you remember you're Not So Scary. And everybody always needs Halloween decorations.
All right, so if you're leaving Main Street, if you're like us, you're going to take a left and head into Adventureland.
After leaving Main Street, my next stop would probably be to ride Pirates of the Caribbean. And I have been saying they should be doing this for years, so I'm glad somebody finally listened to me and put in live actors into
They're doing that?
dark rides. So you can ride Pirates of the Caribbean, and there are live pirates.
That's so cool.
They interact with each other, and they talk to the riders in the boat. And I just think it's so fun.
That's so cool.
Yes.
That would be the one, that would be a reason to ride the attraction during Not So Scary.
Uh-huh.
Because otherwise, why would you waste your time on an attraction? You can literally ride any other day.
Mm-hmm.
But when there's live pirates, your ass is going to be on Pirates.
Yeah.
So speaking of some of the cool characters you can see in Adventureland, you can meet Captain Jack Sparrow in Adventureland. He's one of the best characters to meet.
Seconded.
And I don't think you can meet him regularly, normal operating hours. He's just in the show. I think, if you get a face character that's feeling friendly, maybe they'll take a picture with you. But there's no, organized meet and greet for him. But there is during the Halloween party.
And let me tell you, you want a hug from Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, we met him during Not So Scary, and it wasn't even that cold outside, but we kind of snuggled in under his arm, and he was so warm, and he was so chatty, and it was just this was the best. That's what we say anytime we see Jack Sparrow anything. We're like, he's so warm.
It was the strangest experience.
It was.
But we all felt the same way. And we all as soon as we left there, we go, he was so warm. I know, I thought he was warm too. That was just the warmest hug I've ever received in my entire life. It wasn't a real hug. It was just kind of a, hey, let's pose for a picture. But I mean, it was life-changing because we talk about it 10 years later. So
it was a fantastic meet and greet.
While you're meeting Captain Jack, you can also swing over and meet Tarzan, Jane, and Turk. You get to meet all of them. It's also another fantastic meet and greet because it's a half-naked man, and he's always beautiful.
Hey.
Yeah, we also did that too.
yeah, we did.
Mm-hmm. He is yummy.
Yeah, Tarzan is not a character you're going to mind if there's a long line for, because it just means you get to look at him longer.
This was the party that I was dressed as Tiger Lily, the princess from Peter Pan. And so I had my hair in braided pigtails. And he was lifting up my pigtails and pretending he didn't know what they were. It was amazing.
Night to remember.
It was. I think Jane was there too, but who knows? Speaking of other hot men, Adventureland is full of hot men that you can meet at this party. Because you can also meet Aladdin. And Aladdin and Abu trade off Jasmine and Genie. So if it's Jasmine and Genie out there, usually if you wait until the next rotation, it's going to be the sexy himself. And sometimes you can meet Jafar, which is another character that is only at the parties. So this year you can meet Moana,
Ooh.
which is so exciting. And
Moana.
another reason why I really wish I was going to a party this year. You can meet her in the Enchanted Tiki Room queue. That's all I have to say about that because I haven't met her, but I really want to.
Yeah, I can't speak from personal experience, but I would imagine if meeting Moana was something you wanted to do, you should definitely like schedule out a big chunk of time to do so because I imagine she has a very long line.
Oh yes, I'm sure. Speaking of Hawaiian shit,
Close to the Enchanted Tiki Room is Aloha Isle, where you get your Dole Whips. And they have a not so scary special drink that is called the Pirate's Horizon. And it is real fruity, and I'm not real sure why it's pirate anything, but okay. It's got orange juice, passion fruit syrup, and pineapple juice with a pineapple wedge on a pirate hook skewer. So I guess that is why it is pirate, because there is a plastic sword in it. And there's also trick-or-treating locations in Adventureland near the Jungle Cruise and Tortuga Tavern. And that's where all the food happens. But after we're done having our Pirates Horizon and getting some candy, we're going to mosey on over to Frontierland and get into some fun activities there.
Hell yeah. Another one of the highlights of Mickey's Not So Scary's Halloween party for me is definitely Mickey's Boo to You Halloween parade.
Oh, yeah.
This is the best thing ever!
This shit is amazing.
If you're only able to do one party-specific thing, do the Boo to You parade.
It's so good. So good. But if you are going to watch the Boo to You parade, I suggest getting a seat early because this is definitely a highlight of the party. So you want to get a seat early to get a good spot. It does start in Frontierland. It will travel through Liberty Square to Main Street where it will finish. There are 2 parades each night. So the second one is always less crowded. So I would suggest watching that one. But you still want to get there early because the parade is kicked off right on time by the Headless Horseman.
So cool.
So if you're sitting on Main Street and the parade is starting in Frontierland, normally for a parade, you're like, oh, I've got like 15 minutes before it gets down to Main Street. That's true for like the majority of the parade, but the Headless Horseman is on a horse and he moves much faster than all the parade floats. So if you don't want to miss that, and he's one of the coolest parts, get your seat on time.
Yeah, I was going to say, I also suggest if you are kind of running late to it, go stand where it's about to end on Main Street. You'll get so much attention because there's going to be less people there because they're all along Main Street and in Frontierland and all that kind of stuff. But if you go stand right where the parade is about to end, which is between the barbershop and the fire station, you'll get so much attention from the people in the parade. And that's my favorite thing to do. And that's why I love Boo to You so much.
That's a good tip.
Yes.
That's a good tip. I second this.
I know I almost said that, but I was like, do we want to give people our secret spot? That we were never there. So yeah, enjoy on our behalf.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any favorite parts of the parade?
Yes.
I just raised my hand like I'm in 5th grade or something.
I like the Hercules float with Hades and Pain and Panic on it because it's the
Oh,
only
good one.
piece of
Good
Hercules you
choice.
get in the park anymore.
Uh-uh. The Grave Diggers
Well,
are my favorite, and Jack Sparrow. But the Grave Diggers and the ballroom dancers that are all dead are my favorite.
Oh boy, I wouldn't think anything different from you.
Love them.
I remember like the Gravediggers blowing my mind
Yes.
when I saw this parade. Like normally Disney parades are like pretty tame. Everyone's like smiling and dancing and waving and like doing nice things. And then come these Gravediggers from the Haunted Mansion carrying shovels that they scrape on the ground, sending up sparks at you. And it's awesome. It's so cool.
And they scream. They get it like they're like, "Ah!" and they get really close to your face.
It's
great.
They do what, Kelly?
It's so good. I also really love the like Hocus Pocus segment where I can't remember the name of the band, but like the band that plays at the Halloween party in the movie.
Yes. They're pretty cool. There's also the hitchhiking ghost doing like the robot. Like they're really good at their like animatronic like moves. Those are really cool too.
It's just fantastic.
I love it. It's the best. And you will have the song stuck in your head for the rest of
I was
your
just thinking
life.
that.
Boo to you and boo 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 boo. You happy Halloween.
Speaking of great songs that get stuck in your head, once you're finished watching Boo to You, you should hang out in Frontierland a little longer, hoping to catch the Cadaver Dance.
I've never seen them.
It's the Dapper Dans you know and love from Main Street in the Magic Kingdom. But when the ghouls come out for the Halloween party, so do the Cadaver Dance. And they sing fun Halloween songs, and it's great.
That's just so clever. I've never seen them in person, but I've seen videos of them, and I love them.
They're so fun.
That's super clever. I never knew they even existed.
Yeah, they're all like, they're cadavers. They're all like
Yeah.
dressed up like dead people. It's so funny.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And they like, they're like more punny than they usually are on like their Main Street, like singing. On like Main Street, they're just like a nice barbershop quartet, but they're really, really punny as Cadaver Dance. And it's great.
Nice.
When you're done watching the Boo to You parade and you are hungry because your name is me and you're always hungry, what kind of food can you find in Frontierland?
There's actually quite a bit of Halloween tasty food in Frontierland. At the Golden Oak Outpost, they have like several different things. They have caramel pretzels.
Ooh.
It's like a warm caramel stuffed pretzel, which is amazing because I know we always on the lookout for pretzels.
You ain't wrong.
I could eat that one too, but instead of the cream cheese one, I could get meat.
You could. You can also get little cinnamon bite-sized donuts covered in cinnamon sugar, and they look fantastic. And also at the same place, you can get a frozen apple cider, which I feel like is probably similar to like a LeFou's brew in a way, because they say it's more like apple juicy kind of flavor. So it sounds fantastic. So now we can move on over across the street a ways to Pecos Bill.
Whoop whoop.
And they have some special Hades nachos.
Okay, now what makes them Hades? Is it like blue tortilla chips?
It's black bean tortilla chips topped with buffalo chicken.
Ooh.
So it's hot with nacho cheese, and add anything you want from the toppings bar.
Toppings bar.
And then for dessert, they also have a Billy's worm and dirt.
Aw, Billy.
Like Billy Butcherson. And it's made with this is actually gluten-friendly, and it is made with gluten-friendly cake.
That sounds like it's like nice to gluten. Like it's.
Why didn't they just say gluten free? We're nice flour.
Well, I just wanted to let people know that they care about the gluten. Anyways, and it's cake crumbs, chocolate pudding, gummy worms, and a white chocolate tombstone that has Billy's face on it. Actually, his whole body, and he looks kind of mean, but whatever.
Oh, I gotta find this. I like Billy.
He's coming out of the dirt. That's cute.
Okay. And you can also go trick-or-treating at Splash Mountain, the Miners Cove, which is down past Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, and the Country Bear Jamboree. And Kelly, are you ready and willing and able to speak about merchandise in Frontierland?
I sure am.
Oh.
So you can hitch your wagon to the Frontier Trading Post. And there you'll find the full event trading pin assortment and some magic pins. Stop laughing! They have a Hocus Pocus. They have a Hocus Pocus Spectacular Magic Band at the Frontier Trading Post, along with the trading planes that I mentioned earlier. And you can also find some hitchhiking ghost sippers and the popcorn buckets at the Golden Oak Outpost and at Pecos Bills.
Speaking of hitchhiking ghosts, are you guys ready to head into Liberty Square?
Yeah.
I feel like no visit to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is complete without a quick stay at the Haunted Mansion. I mean, the Haunted Mansion is like a must-do anytime I'm at Magic Kingdom, but it's also a must-do during the Halloween party. It's just so festive. Like, is there a better time to ride the Haunted Mansion?
No.
I
Nope.
think not. So one of my favorite things is that the cast members are all like ghouled up. And they've all got like makeup, which makes their faces look sunken, and they have cobwebs in their hair. And so they're just extra spooky. And they act extra spooky too. It's awesome. And then also, while you're waiting to ride the Haunted Mansion, you can be entertained in the queue area by Lady Carlotta and the mansion's butler, who make a special appearance only during Not So Scary parties. And they're also awesome. Like, great additions to this area.
If you're lucky, you can get a picture with Lady Carlotta if there are not a lot of people in line or she has some extra time. But if you can't get a picture with her, there are some really awesome magic shots you can get at Haunted Mansion with the Hatchbox ghost or the hitchhiking ghost. And there is a lantern prop by the sign. So lots of fun pictures there. And I've always had cast members who are more than happy to take photos as well with their fun cast member costumes and makeup.
Yeah.
So definitely go over to Haunted Mansion and check out all there is to check out over there.
Yeah, I feel like the Haunted Mansion gets some special lighting too. Like there's the lighting on the mansion that gives it this extra spooky vibe that you're not gonna see on a normal night.
Yeah, I feel like there's like fog machines and everything's better.
For sure.
That's when it thrives.
Well, Haunted Mansion is getting themed food as well. People, this is important because it's really cute.
Wait, Haunted Mansion themed food?
Yeah, girl.
Yeah.
You get a Constance for better or worse wedding cake treat.
Oh my god.
Adorable.
They're really stepping up their game on these themed treats, and I'm here for it.
It is a a mini tiered citrus layered cake with raspberry Bavarian cream covered in I don't know what that is, some kind of glaze, and decorated with buttercream, pearls, and flowers with a chocolate axe on the top.
Chop chop.
An axe. And that is found at the Liberty Square popcorn cart. So Katie, you can get you a little treat and a little popcorn.
The popcorn. And some wedding cake.
Yep. Then you can mosey on over to Sleepy Hollow, and they have a couple of things there. They have a chocolate Mickey waffle sundae, and that looks fantastic. It's pumpkin gelato with whipped cream and candy corn, and then you have your they're black Mickey waffles. And then also at the same place at Sleepy Hollow, they also have a Headless Horseman pumpkin cheesecake, and that is super cute. They have like a little Headless Horseman. I believe it's a printed piece. He's holding his little head out, and you have like the cheesecake has like this like orange. It's like all orange. It's really cute, and it looks fantastic. I would eat all of this food. And you can trick or treat at the Diamond Horseshoe.
And while you're also in Liberty Square, I'm going to repeat myself earlier. You can find the Hitchhiking Ghost sippers and Hitchhiking Ghost popcorn buckets, and I think that's all the merchandise in Liberty Square.
I want one of those popcorn buckets.
So as you know, here at Spilling the Mad Tea, we have a special place in our heart, even though not too many, it's not like our favorite ride or anything, for the Mad Tea Party.
I hate it.
So heading into Fantasyland, you can find a special Halloween-ly makeover over Mad Tea Party. To me, it doesn't seem worth waiting extra for, and I feel like you can kind of experience it just by walking by it. So if you're trying to save time during the party to go do something else, this is something I'd skip.
What are the details of this? I'm intrigued. What makes it Halloween-y?
I have no idea. I think it's just like they play different music and there's like some green and orange lights.
Oh, that's lame.
I don't really get it. One more entertaining kind of thing you can do in Fantasyland is for your little ones might enjoy visiting the Storybook Circus Disney Junior Jam, where they can dance with all of their favorite Disney pals over by Pete's Silly Sideshow. And especially they added Vampirina, which I know like all of the Disney Junior little kiddos love them some Vampirina. So go check her out along with your other favorite Disney Junior characters at the Storybook Circus Disney Junior Jam. Also something I feel like I could skip.
If you don't want to do that, you can just go meet all the other bitches.
Who the bitches you can meet, Katie?
Okay, the bitches you can meet. You can meet Anastasia and Rosella.
And they real bitches.
They real bitches. You can meet the normal Cinderella and Rapunzel and Tiana and all those girls in Fairy Tale Hall. You've got Pooh, Tigger, Eeyore, and Piglet at the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Alice and Mad Hatter are always really fun during the Halloween party. I don't know why they're more fun. They just are.
It's a fact.
Super cute.
And you can meet Queen of Heart and the Tweedles, which are a pretty rare character meet and greet. You can meet Belle and Gaston at Gaston's Tavern, which now you can meet Gaston anytime.
But to meet them together is kind of fun.
Yeah, the dynamic is fun to meet them together. But then you can also meet Ariel and Eric you never get to meet. So that's a really fun one. My favorite meet and greet from all of the Not So Scary is the Seven Dwarves. It's the only time I've ever heard of you being able to meet them, and it's a really fun meet and greet because it's like you don't know where to look. Everything's happening at once, and they give you a lot of time with them because there are 7.
Oh.
So it's super fun. Can't miss that.
Because I know they always have a really long line, so it's nice that after standing in that really long line, like you do get some time with them.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why it's such a long line is that you do get some
Mhm.
extra time with the dwarves. It's not just picture and go. You can kind of interact with them a little bit more since there's 7 characters that you're meeting. And also meet your classic Daisy, Donald, Minnie Mouse at the Casey Jr. Splash Zone. And near the Barnstormer, you can meet Cruella DeVille, which is another special character for this event.
Doesn't it seem like a weird place to put her, though?
Yeah, I was just about to say that's such an odd spot.
Yeah, I was like, surely I'm misreading this. It's just so random.
We're going to put her where the little kids go and be terrified.
Yeah, it is very random. But, I mean, she's a cool character to meet, so. Yeah, and then the last opportunity for, not a meet and greet, but for a magic shot is going to be the Magic Mirror Magic Shot and near the Prince Charming Carousel.
And after you're doing that, you can go run over to Storybook Treats, which is quite close to the carousel. And they have a Maleficent ice cream cone there. It's amazing. It's a black cone and it's green ice cream with green sprinkles, and then there's like chocolate horns coming out of the top. It's super cool.
Again, their themed foods is awesome, but especially all these new ice cream cones are coming out with. I want every single one of them.
It's amazing. They're gonna have a little drink called Snake Eyes, and it's like it's green so it's got like Sprite, it's got the lime soft serve and green apple flavoring, and it's got light up dice and 2 worms sticking out of it, and it looks really gross, but perfect for the Halloween theme. Super good.
Cute.
And then you can also trick or treat in Fantasyland at Philhar Magic, Pinocchio's, Ariel's Grotto, and the Railroad Station.
Awesome. So after you've eaten as much as you want to, if you want to go spend some money, you can head over to Big Top Souvenirs in Storybook Circus. They have the entire event collection of merchandise. So if you didn't get your fill at the Emporium, you can head back and search for it there. They again have the pass holder exclusive merch there. And then you can find the Mickey's Pumpkin Balloon Popcorn Bucket at Castle Popcorn Carts and at the Storybook Circus Popcorn Carts. It looks so cute.
Bitch!
It's like shaped in the normal like Mickey balloon, but it's a pumpkin and it looks adorable.
You gotta eat all the popcorn at this party, girl.
I need it.
Well, we are almost finished. We are in our last land of the evening. We have reached Tomorrowland. And over in Tomorrowland, there's a lot of party stuff going on. Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor has a special Halloween party overlay. Space Mountain has a special overlay. There is a new...
What is this?
Space Mountain goes completely dark again this year, hurtling you through the blackness of deep space into the riffs and chords of a new hard rock soundtrack.
Oh, so they just turn off all the lights and make it even more terrifying than it normally is.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Sounds fantastic.
I'd still ride that.
Because you know how you can like kind of see some stuff? Well, the stars are like up in the sky.
Yeah.
So it's like real dark. Like hella dark.
It's just real dark.
Real dark.
Okay.
With really intense rock music. But if like that really intense rock music isn't your thing, I would suggest heading over to Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe, where you can break it down at this year's new Disney Dance Party. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Cosmic Rays dance parties are legitimately so much fun.
So I'm definitely like guilty of not seeing The Descendants. I feel like a bad Disney fan.
Yeah, I don't know anything about The Descendants.
No idea about
I feel
it.
like this is this generation's like High School Musical.
High School Musical.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
My niece and all her little friends and like my cousin's kids, like all these little kiddos are obsessed.
Obsessed.
I'm sure like half the kids at this party are dressed up as like a Descendants character. So you'll definitely want to bring them over to Tomorrowland where they can break it on down to the favorite songs. But if they're not into Descendants, there's also a monstrous Screamoween ball at the Rocket Tower Plaza stage where they do like all those Tomorrowland dance parties. You can hang out over there with Mike, Maui, and Sully.
That's where I will be. Over there breaking it down.
To the Monster Mash.
Yes.
When you're done breaking it down with Mike and Sully, though, you can head over near Buzz Lightyear's, meet Lotso, Hug, and Bear, and apparently at Stitch's Great Escape, you can meet Elvis Stitch.
Oh, I'm so here for it.
Oh, he's adorable.
That's worth an entire trip by itself.
That's worth the $145 ticket.
Just him by himself. And what do they do with all these costumes when they don't damn use them?
Right?
They sit in the utilidors and costuming.
Yeah, but why?
Because.
Well, all right. Okay. Anyways, okay, so food, you can get food all over the Tomorrowland, apparently. And while you're breaking it down with your children's at Cosmic Rays, you can get a Lotso burger.
What's on a Lotso burger?
Literally Lotso's face.
They brand it into the burger bun.
Oh, so it's just a burger with Lotso's face? That is very weird.
It's super cute though. They branded the bun and it is a
It just seems like you're getting a partially burned bun.
Yeah, right? I don't want a burnt bun.
I definitely like my buns unburned.
I mean, kind of. I know, but it's super cute. Okay.
But it has strawberry bacon jam. So
Yeah.
that kind of makes
Yeah.
it like the Lotso burger.
Okay, that I'm on board with.
It's fancy. It's a fancy burger. Yeah. Well, also while you're doing that, you can get a fancy drink that is called Berry Blaster at Cosmic Rays, and it combines what do you say? Curacao. Curacao. Mm-hmm. You get that and cherry lemonade and Sprite mixed together, and there's your Berry Blaster. And then you can then mosey to Anti-Gravities. And they have a pumpkin spice soft serve sundae.
Ooh, the whiteness in me is so excited by that.
Yes. It's a soft serve sundae. Okay, so this is what it is, and it looks fantastic. And it is got candy corn on it, and it's got and it's got caramel sauce on it. So that's everything that I love and more. And then they also have a pumpkin spice milkshake, and it has like this big ass Mickey Mouse marshmallow on it, like attached to the straw, and it's super cute.
Does it bring all the boys to the yard?
Oh, I'm sure. It's orange. It's orange, and it'll bring all them boys to the yard. And you also get the mellow cream pumpkins on it as well. Yes. And then we can go to the cruise ship after that.
Cruise
The
ship.
cruise ship. And they have a Hades hatred drink. And it looks really fancy.
I'm so angry that there's all this Hades stuff and nothing Hercules.
Or Meg.
It's a lot of Hades stuff too, yeah.
I hate it.
It's a drink. It's a drink that has cotton candy on the top.
What?
Yeah, and you let it melt in the drink, so it's got that blue junk in it again. They use that a lot. But it's blueberry popping pearls with a lot of blue cotton candy on the top. And then you can also trick or treat at the Carousel of Progress and at Cosmic Rays. There is a lot of things happening at Cosmic Rays at this Halloween party.
Yeah, bitch.
It's the biggest spot.
Kelly, what we gonna buy?
What you're only gonna buy a couple things because there's only one spot with the Avenged merchandise in Tomorrowland, and that's at the Tomorrowland Light and Power Company. You can get the trading pin and magic bands there, and that's all, folks. Deeba.
Yeah, just in case you haven't spent enough money getting into Mickey's not so scary Halloween party, don't worry. Disney's created more ways to take your money this evening.
They have, it looks like, 2 different options that you can choose from. One is the Cruella's Halloween Hideaway. And it's Cruella DeVille invites you to a new experience that is as festive and fabulous as she is, with savory hors d'oeuvres, sweet treats, and a variety of beverages, including beer and wine, complete with reserved viewing of Mickey's Boo to You Halloween Parade at 11:15.
I just don't feel like that's worth it.
Right?
Yeah. If it was like Dr. Facilier and Kylo Ren, yeah, maybe I'd pay for it. But it's
But I want to be out in the park seeing things.
Yeah.
Going on rides or meeting characters.
There is that live action Cruella DeVille movie coming out, so I don't know if they're just trying to push Cruella DeVille on everybody.
Oh, you're right. That's interesting. That's a good point.
Yeah, so they're just love this dog killer.
Damn, that got dark.
That's what she is.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Okay, Rachel, tell us about what else we could do to spend more money.
Yeah, if you don't want to be as dark as Kelly, you can go to Disney's not so spooky spectacular dessert party and have sweet treats on a buffet with a view of the fireworks from a reserved viewing area. And that is all about all the food. And I'm not interested because I can get all these other things at all these other places.
So much better. Why would you pay for that?
I know. Right? All of those other snacks you talked about sound so good. Unless at the dessert party, you could get all of the snacks that you talked about in one place.
Yes. Now that's a game changer.
Right?
Because then I wouldn't have to walk around to find them and maybe miss something. I'd just be like, I want this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one.
That would be good.
That is a great idea.
But if it's just
Good idea.
a little cookie.
Pass.
Then I ain't doing it. Hard pass.
So let's talk about some of the costumes at this party. We talked about some of our favorite characters already being in costume that you can meet, but other guests also get to dress up, and that is also a lot of fun to see the ways that guests have dressed up.
It's so fun.
Yeah, it's one of the most entertaining parts of the night is seeing other people's inventive and artistic and beautifully done and horribly done costumes.
I feel like I can say I have done both of those, where I feel like we had a really good costume when we all went together on our college program. We dressed up as Disney boys. I dressed up as Pinocchio.
I was Peter Pan.
I was Gaston.
I was Aladdin.
And our other roommate, Janetta, dressed up as Christopher Robin, which was extra impressive because she threw that together in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So it was real good.
We all pulled different things out of our closets and random places, and we were like, this is Christopher Robin, you're welcome.
Stephanie, we got your Pinocchio shirt at Cast Connection, I think.
Yes, we did. We paid $1 for it.
You also got my shirt at Cast Connection, too.
Oh, did we? Awesome. I think, because I love making costumes. If I could do that a lot more often than I do now, I would love to do that. So it was like a personal task for me to bring together everybody's costumes. And I don't think I spent more than probably like $15 on each person's costume, if that, and that was great.
I think the most you spent was 12 because we were broke as
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah. I remember buying Rachel like some scrubs at Walmart for
Yeah.
her Aladdin costume.
When you dirtied them up and patched them up, and
Yeah. And we put a solo
my
cup on your
God.
head for the
I'm
fez.
so proud of that. I'm proud of that one.
It looked so good. It was so much
It
fun.
did. It looked amazing and it stayed so
Yeah.
well.
even
It just-
riding all those rides.
Yeah, for like $12 costumes, they came
Yeah.
out all right.
Mhm.
Like that, pretty good. I think the second time we went to Not So Scary, we really half-assed our costumes. I went as a nerd.
I was a flapper. I actually bought a costume, and I met Dr. Facilier as a flapper, and he was like, "You look like you're straight from New Orleans," and I was like, "Yeah, I am," because he's my favorite villain. So it was a lot of fun to meet him.
I wore a witch headband. That was it. And a Three Caballeros t-shirt.
I also went in 2012 with my husband, and we dressed up as Jack and Sally, which was awesome, and a lot of cast members appreciated that. We got to ride Space Mountain twice in a row because they liked our costume so much.
That's cool.
So good.
Nice.
I went with my sister and I dressed up as the Haunted Mansion wallpaper.
So cute.
You know, as one does. I had like purple leggings and then I put like black lace ones on top that had like a print like similar to the wallpaper. This was like before people made things in that wallpaper print. And so I got like a purple shirt and I ironed on like a skeleton decal and had like a hair bow that was like the one thing I could find made out of that like skeleton wallpaper print fabric. And it was fun. And so I told my sister what I was doing. She was like, "Oh, I'll do a Haunted Mansion costume too." But we threw it together like really last minute. And she was like, "Oh, I don't know what to do." Got it. So she wore a sheet over her head, like old school, like 2 holes cut in it with a piece of paper that said 1,000. She was the Haunted Mansion's 1,000th ghost. And we looked so dumb, but it was really fun, like riding the Haunted Mansion in those costumes. We just felt really proud of ourselves.
And then we went to the Sanderson Sisters.
Oh, that was I made all the costumes for this too.
And they
was
were
so much
immaculate.
fun.
And we got in trouble for taking photos with people.
Yeah.
You did?
Well, they like
Yeah.
yeah, people were like coming up to us and like taking pictures. They like barely even asked us, and they would just start taking pictures of us, and we're like, we're not really supposed to do this. And like we felt bad telling people like no, we couldn't take pictures with them, and
Because didn't
was-
somebody come and tell us that we were not allowed?
Yeah. The cast members were like, yeah, we really can't allow you to take pictures with guests as you're not like a representative of the company. And we were like, we're not. Like, these people are just like coming up and standing in front of us, taking a picture. So once we got off Main Street, it was fine. But like, there was a cast member who was just, one of those people who just has nothing better to do. And they were like following us down Main Street. And every time someone would try to take a picture with us, they'd be like, "You can't do that."
So don't make your costumes too good,
Yeah, we started having to tell people, sorry, we were told we can't take photos. It was weird.
they didn't have a meet and greet for the Sanderson Sisters, so people were like wanting to meet the Sanderson Sisters, but it wasn't available from Disney, so they just went with what was available, I guess, which was us,
Right.
and made us feel very awkward.
And we were damn good looking.
Yeah, you
too.
guys were. You guys did a really good job.
That was a lot of fun. I love making costumes.
So have you had have you seen any other guests that you thought had like amazing costumes? Do you remember any, like, do any stand out to you?
I think I saw Madame Leota one time, and she was like a table. Like there was a table on the guest's shoulders, and it was like her head in like a fishbowl type thing above the table. That was really cute.
That's cool.
That's Frenchy.
I always love the guests who come as Ursula and they do the full body paint.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of work. Mad respect.
That would get your bathtub real gross, though.
Mm-hmm. Like, that's some dedication.
I remember when I went with my sister, I wish I'd gotten a picture of them. It was this person that like had split their body in the center, like And the left side was dressed in like a full like Belle from the Beauty and the Beast, and the right side of their body was Beast. And it was sick. It was like so well done. It was awesome. I searched, I combed the internet for like a picture of someone because it was so good, and I just wanted to see it again, but I never found them.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was just like one leg of their pants had like Belle's like dress ruffles, and the other was like his tuxedo, his like blue tuxedo.
Oh,
And like the
okay.
faces and hair was all done like half and half. It was so cool.
That's crazy. That took some work.
Yeah. Well, I think we have talked about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party for a very long time now. I just want to wrap up with, like, I'm wondering, do you guys have like one piece of advice for anyone going to the Halloween party?
Don't use all of your time riding all the rides. Don't do that.
So use your time wisely. That couple of hours will go by very quickly. If you can ride a ride during regular operating hours, don't ride it during Not So Scary.
So my tip is to watch the Boo to You parade at the end of it on Main Street, Brett, that we mentioned earlier. That's my best tip for the most attention and the most one-on-one experience with the parade performers.
My tip is really similar to what you guys said. Like, I just think those hours go by so quickly that like you're not going to be satisfied. You're always going to feel like you like wanted to get something else squeezed in. So my tip is to do some planning before you go. Like, this isn't something to just like wing and show up and be like, oh yeah, we'll show up and we'll have fun. Like, look at the like event guide. There's pictures online. Look at all these offerings, listen to this podcast again and take notes and say, that sounds like something I want to do. That's a must do for me tonight. That's a must do for me tonight. And like, make a list of priorities. Like, if you don't care about meeting characters, focus on other things. If you don't care about riding the Mad Tea Party, focus on other things. But like, go in with some sort of game plan and like some must do's for evening so you won't leave wanting more. But it's so fun and you'll definitely want more. It's the best. Well, I guess that being said, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us for this spooky edition of Spilling the Mad Tea. We want to know if you have gone to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and what were some of the highlights for you. Email us at spillingthemadtea@gmail.com.
And follow us on Instagram at Spilling the Mad Tea.
And you can tweet us on Twitter at Spilling Mad Tea.
Send us some pictures of your costumes or some costumes that you've seen that you love on Facebook at Spilling the Mad Tea.
Thanks again for joining us.
Bye. We hope this was informational and you have a good time.
Bye!
Boo to you!
Boo to you!
Happy Halloween!